see us. They should be able to hear us. They can hear me.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
The most people we have ever had.
Yeah.
I think it is.
A Discord stream together.
I think it is.
I thought there was
yeah.
one episode that I was in that we had everyone.
No, but we have Aaron now.
This is our first time having Aaron, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, what's up, everybody? First time getting back together since the heist ended. Something we thought was never gonna happen, and
we could have kept going.
We could have bullshitted you for another 2 days in World.
we could have made a second season.
At least.
Or,
yeah.
sorry, a fourth or fifth season or sixth season, whatever it was on.
Yeah, 50 episodes.
Isn't the heist campaign longer than the main campaign?
Oh,
Yes.
by a lot.
By a lot.
Almost by double.
I have now actually, if you go onto YouTube, separated everything into seasons. Like the Misfit Warrior campaign is into season 1 and season 2, and the heist I broke up into 5 seasons because there was a lot of different
episodes.
parts of the heist.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But everyone who is here watching, thank you for coming. This is Nat Disaster. Conlon, what are we calling this?
This is technically the second, but the first one is entitled that. This is the first-ish discussion cast. So, you know how we have Disaster Cast, which is more of an isolated podcast format. This is a large podcast format that's probably be more chaotic, honestly. Talking specifically about, for us today, for this discussion cast, the end of the heist and the beginning of the second part, essentially, of the Misfit Warriors.
Yeah. And so quickly, just so we can get into our discussion, campaign wrap up, the next chapter moving forward for Nat Disaster. My name is Brian Creevy. I am the DM, the Dungeon Master / Disaster Master here at Nat Disaster. Conlon, introduce yourself and who you play real quick.
Okay, I'm Conlon Rose. I play Rain, Brackett, and Greg. And I'll talk.
And one day you will play George.
And yeah, George, the character, because I am terrible remembering anything. And I'll be playing.
Your own character's there.
I hadn't played him in literally years.
I know, I'm teasing.
Afterwards, Andrew, go ahead, introduce yourself and your character you've played and who you will be playing next.
What up, guys? I'm Andrew. I played Zista City's resident vigilante, Delson Martithas, aka the Shadow. I had a lot of fun playing him, but I will, once I join the Misfit Warriors, I will be playing a wizard named Oliver Evangrove. Specifically, I'll be playing a wizard subclass that our Disaster Master created himself.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Portals.
so excited to finally have
Portal
Wizard.
Now you're thinking with portals.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, Portal #Portal3. We'll get it one day.
Right along halfway.
Vicky, go ahead and introduce yourself and characters.
All right. Hi, I'm Vicky. I in the heist was playing Andy. He was a great monk rogue multi-class. In the Misfit Warriors campaign, I've been playing Noctivora. They are a ranger and have a really great owl, Vane. I've also played Lemon. I've also played Lemon the cleric, and I've also played Hiss the paladin. Hiss.
One day we'll get that campaign up on YouTube.
Yeah. I would always love to bring either of those back.
Speaking of such, Callum, unmute yourself and introduce yourself, your characters, and you're part of Nat Disaster as the other DM.
Thank you for telling me to unmute. I've been chit-chatting with you guys this whole time.
Every time.
That reminds me so much when you were like literally yelling when we were at the Liberator and to do stuff, and you're like, "Are you guys ignoring me?"
For real. Hi. By the way, I missed you. I've missed all of you guys.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm Callum. I was playing Naresh in the Misfits, and he is a vampire bard from a homebrew. I guess it's Kobold Press. I think.
College of Discord. Love it.
Yeah, homebrew thing, and through the heist, I started playing a different named Aeolian, and he's been remade in the image of a deity, and I'm joining the Misfits to help them along their way. He's a Kenku paladin rogue warlock.
Gotta love the super multi classes.
I'm so
Cal-
excited though too to be able to like pass on the magical goodies I've accrued from being a high level rogue doing a heist in a magical cache in the biggest city in the land. Like
it's gonna be so great to power scale fights because higher level character, all the level 6 characters are gonna have a fun time because of you.
honestly,
I vote
I
no.
hope that it's I hope that it's okay though, because like my mental image is that like me and my snapping turtle will be sitting, and I'm sorry, I won't get into it right now. We'll continue with our introductions.
Oh yeah, well that will go part into this discussion because this discussion has no structure. We're just basically just talking about everything going there. But yes, returning to Nat Disaster after quite a while, fatherhood and such like
House
that.
buying,
Yeah,
work
moving to
changing.
moving to a different
Chaos.
state. We
The
have
life of
Brian, introduce
chaos.
yourself and your characters.
So I'm mains. I play Jinrash in our first campaign. I play Serenity in. I can't even remember the damn names.
The Heist?
Heist.
Yeah, in the heist. I'm sorry, it's been a minute. And I haven't played any of these characters.
Mm.
And in Humblewood, I was Briarwood.
Mhm.
And
I
it's
told
been a
him this
hot
on
minute.
Discord.
Yes. I couldn't remember anyone's names.
The man
Jinrash
who
was
set
like,
the
you're
tree
like
on
self-insert character, man.
So I'm also
And-
running on like no sleep.
Just get
I
the monster
worked
number
until
2.
coffee
to
number
that.
4.
Mountain Dew sponsor us.
Yeah, so didn't get home till 9 o'clock last night because, work. Yeah, and then just 2 dogs is just fun. Especially when they don't get along.
Oh yeah. Well, excited to have you back here with us, Brian. And
It's been a hot minute.
introducing to Nat Disaster, we have a new member.
Oh, well, wait, Brian, it looks like we have 2 new members.
yeah.
Yes, Aaron's cat.
This is Reese. She's an asshole.
Oh, that's so fitting because the Misfit Warriors have Reese's peanut butter cup wrappers.
That's true. That's true, we do.
But Aaron, now that we know Reese's, introduce yourself and who you are going to be playing coming
I'm
into
Aaron.
the upcoming campaign.
I'm Aaron. I'm going to be playing Bosco, the fighter barbarian, Scofflaw subclass for the fighter. And I will be introduced soon.
Oh yeah. So this is the Nat Disaster current crew, all here, and it's nice to see all of you guys here.
Wait. Shit. Shut up. Wait, shut up.
He's trying to
Say
get his
that
camera
over
going.
again. Fuck.
Well, we can't see you.
Yeah, he's like, I need light.
I'm trying. Everybody, smile for the thumbnail.
That will be a thumbnail. We got it. We can just turn it off now. We got it.
By
We're
the
never
way-
gonna do that good again.
By the way, I love the fact that when Callum turned his camera on, he became the middle image, like he's like the fucking Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
miss you guys.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I really was trying to time that perfectly, and you said it just a second too soon, and then I fumbled and couldn't get it.
Yeah, this is our crew, and yes, today we are simply here not to play D&D, but discuss the state of Nat Disaster and the next chapter moving forward.
It's
Kind of
now
like
the
a
Nat
mix of a
Disaster State of the
campaign.
Union.
Yes, the Nat Disaster State of the Union serve as like a campaign wrap up, as well as looking forward towards where we're moving in the future.
Can I
So
ask you, Brian, do you have a prepared list of all of the things that we like fucked up or should have done differently in your mind?
yes.
We're not going to get
Do you
there
really?
yet. I have
Can we start with that? I am so curious.
I want to ask a
Okay.
question for.
Okay.
I want to ask each one of you a question first, and then we'll
yes,
do
this
that.
is gonna how this is gonna go. Kind of like questions, answers, feelings, and just
Because I have a question I want to
word
ask for
vomit.
each of you, so that way we can.
So-
Because some of it might be the same moment, and we might have the same reason, different reasons of liking the same moment.
To give it structure, let's just say let's
yeah.
start with the campaign wrap-up questions, and then for the second half we'll go into moving forward type questions and like
absolutely.
the previous Misfit Warriors. And Aaron, I'm very curious to hear your opinion on questions and things like this with the heist as a viewer through the heist. So
Oh yeah, brother.
Okay, so
Well,
I
Tom,
do
let's
have
go
the
ahead.
first question, but before that, I want to thank Vicky for getting me dice that I hope don't fall out of the case as I hold them up. They are
You're
bracket
so welcome,
dice,
buddy.
Pretty.
and they have gears in them. I don't know if it's going to focus. It's not.
Oh,
This
that's
camera.
cool.
oh my god, are those bracket dice?
They are bracket dice.
Can I?
Bracket
I gotta
dice.
I'll have to take a
my-
picture because
my
this camera doesn't autofocus. So first question for this is for everyone, which is what is your favorite or most memorable moment of the heist that was for you, like your character's moment? So now I have another character of your character because I know we're all very selfless people, so that's gonna be hard to answer.
We have a lot of ADHD people here, so back to the hand raising things.
Yeah, we'll hand
So-
raise, and Brian, the
I'll just
DM,
go
will call.
last each time.
What was that, Cal?
I'll go last each time since I'm not going to put my camera on.
Hey,
Okay.
baby, come here.
Conlon, why don't you start by answering
Of
it, and then
my
we'll go on.
character. So my favorite is definitely the screwing around at the gala when I began trying to talk to random wealthy people, and I also pickpocketed people and just roguing around, and then going up to what the atrium, or heck it's called, where the trees were in the rain. That was pretty.
Mhm.
I liked that moment, those character moments we had there. I had there with my character. Like other things were more exciting, but that was like how I wanted to always play the character through this campaign, and didn't always get the chance to because of chaos, and that's okay.
And so when you're talking about up at the atrium, you're basically talking about like the rain revealed episode where you were talking to Delson's mother.
Yeah. So the position essentially from when I talked to Councilman Catastrophe. There we go. I got it. It's there. It just took a
It's
second.
only an important character, so you know.
Yeah, it's only a vitally important character. So when I talked to him at first, and then walked up, and then talked to him in the party a little bit, ran into him a second time, and then went out to the balcony. That whole like set of character moments I had there in that stream was super fun. I love that. That's how I wanted to play the character a lot. Is the talk to wealthy people, bullshit around, play the political theater. It's fun. I had a lot of fun doing that.
And for me, I honest as DM, I liked watching things like that unfold in the heist because I knew that's what you were like wanted with the character, and I could tell you were having so much fun with it. And leading up to the rain revealed episode, I loved Conlon a long time ago. You gave me your headcanon family tree for Rain, like just general structure. I one day got super stoned, and I just like for 2 hours was just like, all right, here's this family and this, because you wanted to be, and I liked the idea. This DM style. I like taking ideas from my players if I think they're good. If they throw them at me, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make that canon. Common wanted Rain to be partially related to one of the Misfit Warrior characters, Chiron Catastrophe. So I got super stoned and just for 2 hours, just like, all right, Chiron, Rain. Let's make a family tree that connects somehow.
Make it happen.
It was fun. Yeah. So we
Aw,
have a
love
lot
that.
of people who are a little bit related. Delson, Rain, and Kyron in one way are basically all related distantly.
Good thing I picked to be a bird person, and I'm clearly not related to any of them.
yeah. There's this little weird branch in the tree that just goes diagonal for some reason, and it's just Ely. How
The
did he
picture
show
on
up?
the family tree
Oh.
is a pirate ship.
Yeah. Became pirate, Birdman.
Aaron,
Yes.
were you watching around that time? I don't remember when Rain was like obviously when they were doing the heist and stuff like that.
I came in right around I think almost towards the end, towards the vault is when I really came in.
Oh, the big juicy meat. What was so as an outsider viewing in, what was your favorite moment that you did view?
Oh, I can't remember who it was, and maybe I'm misremembering. Was someone stuck in like a cage above the vault at some point? Am I? Oh,
Stuck in a cage above the rope.
Not-
Somebody was inside of a dragon.
someone was stuck in something, and I was like, "That's pretty dope."
What?
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't
there's
think of it.
two of us that were definitely stuck in places.
Brian.
There
Was
was
brain's-
Callum who just kept on getting sent into the astral sea repeatedly.
I think that might have been it. I think I'm misremembering.
Mhm. Callum
Honestly,
opens the
it might have
chest
been the
and
Duna
sucked into it.
platform, like going straight up, like once it got overcharged.
Mhm. God, that was freaking 1 HP Duna platform.
We were, dude. As you were reading out numbers, I was like, "Oh no, oh no."
Yeah, no,
Honestly,
Brian,
that was such a high intensity moment.
Brian,
like there
full
was so much
disclosure, I
happening.
thought we were going to die. I did not.
Yeah, I
think
thought
we
I
were
was like,
gonna
"Wow,
make
this
it.
is the end of the campaign."
I knew didn't think that we were gonna. I knew that like I had died 3 times previously, and like we were gonna make it. There's no
I had
way.
full faith in Rain, I'm gonna be honest. I had full faith.
Same.
So talking
Like the
about
dragon
like
didn't take me down a fucking
Like,
crashing Duna
She's
platform,
watching the damn
certainly
health
won't.
bar just go down to like just a little red sliver.
yeah, as the DM watching into that scene, I was like, well, if there's damage, if the Duna platform gets damaged enough to explode, it's gonna be real fun. The trajectory. Some people will go through the portal. Some people will hit the ceiling and then fall. Just imagine.
I will say though, about Conlin's scene that you picked as your favorite, like finding out that Rain and Delson were related was kind of a mind fuck for me.
Mm.
It was also so fun when everybody thought they were dating, and then they
There is
You're
still
welcome,
public.
guys.
There's still public belief that they were dating. The rumor mill exists, and that's a problem we'll have to solve later.
I feel like I am solely responsible for that misconception because I just liked to rib my friends about their characters dating, and then it was like, nope, everybody believes this now.
It's now canon.
Yeah, just gaslit us.
So Andrew, going back to Colin's question, what was your favorite Delson moment in the campaign from start to finish?
I know mine, but
Honestly, one thing that always I remember fondly was the arena fight.
Mm.
Oh my god,
The arena fight was a lot of fun.
fucking early on session
yeah.
5.
Yeah, that was early. Yeah, also I loved every part of what we did in the vault. That was a lot of fun.
no.
But yeah,
Andrew's
I
internet.
think my favorite might be the arena fights. What? You guys hear
Your
me?
internet kept
You're
like
breaking
freezing
up a
for
little
a second
bit.
and then come back, then freezing, but you're good
okay.
now.
Yeah, you're good
Okay,
now.
yeah,
I don't
but
know
I
why I was
think-
doing it. It was very funny because I'm like, no, he's answering the question. Please, come on, internet. Come on.
So it might be a tie between the arena fight solely because I remember getting the final kill in that fight.
You were the only person who
Yeah, I was
stayed up.
left. I was
Yeah.
I was literally the only person left standing. So that was definitely memorable, and also I think just because of how tense it was, that final moment where I made that last wish and exposed my father's crimes.
That's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Even though it pisses my character off to no end, because she's like, we didn't need this yet. Like,
You
like
could've
a
waited.
day. I would take a day, any amount of time, a good nap.
I love it.
Oh, also, I remember my first wish where I saved us all from that bridge.
Yeah.
Yep. Andrew, you have
Pretty
been
clutch.
waiting to expose your father for 3 years and 50 sessions. So I'm
That-
glad in the last session, no matter
Yeah.
how much it fucked up the city, you
Yeah.
got that.
That was-
You have failed this city.
Yeah, I mean that was Delson's like personal goal from the beginning was to expose his father's
Right.
crimes, and yeah,
Yeah, dope. And you got to cast a wish spell twice.
Twice. Yep, and if I ever come back to Delson, if I ever get to play him again, I have one wish left. I have one more
Oh,
charge
yeah.
in that. I have one more wish in that sword.
You got really lucky when I rolled the freaking wish charges.
Yeah.
Vicky, what was
Okay.
your favorite Andy moment?
I mean, I think like character wise, like that nat 20 on that last like meditation check was
Oh my
pretty
God.
was pretty crazy. Like having all of like the little trickles that led up to that, just all of the meditation with Carson, finding Seabreeze, like reaching out into the astral plane, really fucking cool. Like a really
Mhm.
cool character ability that you just like made up on the spot for me.
Yeah, sure, you have this ability. Cool.
It's just like undefined. I don't know the rules for it, but I love that. It's just so like it's something I'm a big fan of like the mystery of everything and like trying to figure out all the different stuff. And so like giving me a way to find information without having any other connection, especially for a character with such a low intelligence.
Where you can use your
Like, who
wisdom modifier
can't-
to find info.
Yeah. Like he can't go into a library and find information on what's happening to him. So like
Yeah,
using that wisdom stat was really awesome.
No, that was cool. I
Really great.
honestly, I think low intelligence, high wisdom characters are interesting.
It's so fun to play. Getting to relax my brain a little bit was really great. And I mean, just anytime I was in like a one-on-one conversation with literally anybody is always my favorite. Just like one-on-one roleplay is so great.
Mhm. I loved our
Like-
2 super sexy solo sessions that we had.
Yes,
Those were really fun.
yes. Just getting to like really play off of one another. It's just like the real heart of the game to me.
Yeah. Well, Brian, what was your favorite Serenity moment in the campaign?
I can't remember if it's going to be the time she got into bed with the.
Of course.
I can't remember if she seduced the two, or they the I think one was a tabaxi, and the other was a
I
merchant.
mean the Leonin, maybe?
Maybe I can't remember off the top of my head. It's early on in the campaign.
Are we talking about
That moment?
the Duchess
I think
and
so.
her?
Yeah, I think Serenity
Yes.
joined in with
You're right.
Yeah.
She went to go fuck with them.
Yes,
You're
I
right.
did.
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
forgot. I vaguely remember that, but oh my god.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and she was so weird towards Andy. Oh my god.
Early-
Well, so she
early
thought
game
she
Heist
saw
is
you as a
fun.
fetish,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Andy wasn't into
and then
that shit.
and then she had Serenity to become a tabaxi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I was like, cool, I'm out.
not having
You
it.
guys never.
She's just a furry, okay?
Yeah,
nothing wrong
but
with being a
it's
furry.
weird to be a furry in a place where
Just
like
actual
they actually
animal.
are real people.
Well, yeah, that's
Sure,
fair.
because that's like
you're dehumanizing somebody and making them like an object and not
Yeah.
like
Yes.
No, I understand.
gross.
Fully
That's a straight kink, too.
objectifying. Yeah. It's yeah. And it was like, I do not like you very much, but I guess
Yep.
I'll have to use this at some point.
Did it also like benefit us at the time too?
Yes.
I swear, if I remember
definitely.
correctly, we got some good shit
It
from
was
it.
it was part of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very helpful.
And I'm thinking at the end when Serenity showed up at the doorstep, completely naked, smoke has a bone,
Where everybody's like, Serenity, you're alive!
but it was Serenity's true form, and Serenity was like half dead.
Yep. And Brian, I loved doing our little text D&D thing of Serenity's escape. That
Yeah.
was so
Great.
fun.
That was fun.
But last but not least, Callum, what was your favorite Wind Whisper, Seabreeze / Eileen moment?
You're gonna hate me for this.
Go
Honestly,
ahead.
my favorite. Okay, so I think my favorite like section, my favorite part of character development was really definitely like getting the Necronomicon and becoming evil and being able to roleplay evil Seabreeze was really fun. Like
Mhm.
the absolute cringe that all of you guys were like, oh, we should stop this, but it's not quite bad enough where we would really intervene. Oh no.
It was
Yeah.
just trying to
So-
avoid metagaming as much as possible.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
And
they're
he
like,
was
this
That
just
is
was
like-
the other
bad.
thing.
Yeah, so he's just sitting there reading an evil book and then all of a sudden like acting super sketch and you guys are like, this will pass, right? Like this is fine.
Is this a
Cool thing to
temporary
think
problem?
about that scene. Cool thing to think about all that though is because of that, and Rain looking at it as this is a problem, but I have more important things. She prayed to a god about you, and it basically turned into what gave you the opportunity to follow the path you're on now.
No, and for sure, and like that definitely was like a super rewarding piece of like the campaign overall for Seabreeze, for Eileen. Like it was really, really fun to explore that section of him. I think it's also really fun that like he has made so many deals with so many different entities, and like it's gonna shake out so badly in the end. I think my favorite moment though, like overall, was coming back to the material plane and blowing the horn of Valhalla.
Oh, that was awesome.
Like when you were like, do you have proficiency in all martial weapons? And I was like, oh shit, warlocks don't. And then I looked at my character sheet and I was like, fuck, but paladins do. Like,
Luckily, I just changed classes.
A
Seriously,
god
like,
just changed my class.
yeah, I was like, Brian, you know I do. Do it. And you were like, yeah, there's like fucking 14 of you or some
was
shit.
like-
And I was like,
there was 19 of them.
19, yeah.
It's why we
Like-
need to give the horn to Jinrash. He will be indestructible.
Jinrash is the
praise-
only one not getting a skill manual because of that horn.
I want an army of
Yeah.
Jinrashes. Though they might all get sad and start drinking, so there's that problem.
But like,
Wait,
there's
so I'm
still
not
gonna
getting a
be like
skill, I'm just getting
19
this
of-
horn?
Yeah.
So
you
he
can summon an
found
army.
the horn.
I'm gonna have an army of me, and we're all gonna go shot for
So
shot.
it
No!
takes 7. It takes 7 days to recharge. So there is a cooldown period. But if you have
How long does it
proficiency
last?
in all weapons,
For
you
an
blow the
hour.
horn, and when you roll dice, whatever you get, that ends up being the amount of kind of clones of yourself as berserkers that appear. They have different stats than you, but they just all look like you. They all have axes, and they all want to just go and kill everything. So
I sent mine. I would send them in groups of 3, and 2 of them would throw one of them at the helmed horror that we were
Oh
fighting.
man, that was a fucking great moment. I loved that.
Right? I was like, they don't have ranged options.
Throw.
They'll just fastball
Yeet.
special themselves. Like, I don't know how to make this any better. Like,
I think you took inspiration from Naruto there.
basically, I was like, no, and it was a mixture of Naruto and then Colossus and Wolverine.
True.
Oh,
Okay.
yep.
I was really taking like a lot of credit from the fastball special. Like, I was like, I don't know what else to do. Throw each other. Like, do something.
Mm-hmm. So,
But yeah, so it's a horn, an iron war horn and it's inscribed with the like emblems of your goddess. And you blow it, and once every 7 days you can summon a shitload of berserkers to come and like do your bidding.
so Jinrash, you're gonna see a problem and just go, ooh, ooh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna fuck shit up.
next time he interacts with the stupid Gandits, he's like, no.
Gone. Problem has now ceased to exist.
So it's a very tough choice for me answering Conlon's question because my characters are everybody but you guys. But I have to say, probably my overall like favorite thing that I got to do in this heist campaign was play Yik. I wrote Yik before the heist even was a thing.
I'm so
because I
worried
wanted-
about going back to Zista because of Yik. Like,
Yep.
I
I'm
didn't know Yik.
terrified.
I wrote him with the intention that sometime it might not happen, but the Misfit Warriors at some point will have to go see him.
Oh god.
And then
Hey.
you guys got an opportunity. Callum
He lost
snooping
phone now.
gave me the perfect opportunity to introduce Yik early.
I'm
No,
so
I still-
scared.
Oh, sorry,
The
Cal. Go ahead.
Clockwork Taurus is pretty
I,
great.
I honestly, I'm terrified because Eileen's turned a leaf, and Yik will want revenge, and Eileen will let him get it.
Yeah, but
He's gonna
hopefully
be
by
like,
that time you'll
"Hey."
have friends who will be like, "Oh, where?"
Yeah,
No,
Doc
no,
will be
no,
like,
no, no,
absolutely fucking not.
It does, no. I don't picture it going like, "Hey, I have to kill you now." I picture it being like, "Hey, I'm gonna get my like research or whatever from your Clockwork Forest, and your friends can have whatever the fuck they actually came here for, but like you're gonna have to stay here for a minute." And I'm gonna be like, "All right, I fucked around and I found out, so see you guys in a week." Like, and I'll, like I'm ready to take to eat that because I fucking deserve it. Because
I think
Yik,
Yik is gonna want you for more than a week, buddy.
well, okay, however it works out. Xylia's got me though. Like, it's gonna be
She's
fine.
got me. It's all good.
Through
all
us,
good.
she's got you. We're gonna beat his ass.
Honestly, I will say though, it was a real hard like tie between the moment with the Horn of Valhalla and getting the Nat 20 having been shunted into the Astral Sea after Wet Hands like finished the job.
It's one of my overall favorite moments. Is
Like when we ended the campaign and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm alive. Oh shit, I'm in the Astral Sea. Oh shit, what do I do? What's gonna happen?" I was like, "Fuck."
I had
I
not
don't even
planned this
remember how
far.
long it was. Yeah, I was like, "Huh, I didn't die. That's new. Now I've got to figure out how to get back to them." Like,
This
that
wasn't in the
sucks.
plan. I thought that was a suicide mission.
I thought I had sacrificed when the dragon showed back up in the city. I was like, "Motherfucker!"
Brian,
was
I need
so
you to send me
mad.
the code in your authenticator app if it's still working on your thing. Just send it to me via text, and I will deal with that. I've been logged out of Twitch.
Oh no.
That's important.
Are we
to
still
not be
streaming?
logged out.
Yeah, that doesn't affect the stream, but
Oh,
it means
okay.
I can't see any of the statistics or anything.
Oh no.
It's
For some
okay.
reason in my notes, I have written God dash cool person question mark.
That was actually just
Comment up.
me.
I just put it
I have
into
no idea.
Discord.
Okay, that was
This
the
was
place
from
I
session
didn't want you to put
29,
in.
so who knows what the
Well, that's
fuck
the
that was
easiest thing.
about.
Do you want me to read it to you?
No,
Nope.
do not read it.
Do not
Yeah.
read it aloud. Do not read it aloud.
I will
Not that
not do
anyone
that,
is
then.
currently trying to watch my session.
Give me that stream key.
No, it's okay. That is nice and locked away. Okay, cool. We're back.
Another question to say. What is something that what is a plot thread that didn't get resolved that you guys are still interested in knowing how it's going to go, or any small mystery thing that was introduced but never fully explained?
I think the main one for me is Yick, but also, what's her face? The masked person with the ravens, Misfortune.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I'm
would
not
love to.
totally sure.
Yep.
And basically Zista as a whole, there's a lot going on there, and I
Yeah.
don't fully know what the
Everything.
fuck is going on. So I really want to come back and re-explore it, having had some time to digest what I found the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You better fucking believe that I'm gonna hook back up with Andy and go and look around in the sewers for that monster.
Oh
I would.
my god, I would love to kill her ass so bad.
Right? We're going back
Yes.
someday. It might not be anytime soon, but
Y'all remember how
Eileen
fucking
is going
fast
back
she
to
was?
this.
She is so fast.
I don't care. I don't care.
Andy
I'll
was
just
so
fucking
upset.
get her. I'll just
Andy's like, fuck, I think she's faster than me.
God damn it. That's how you know she's scary. If something is faster than Andy, it's inherently terrifying.
Just say fuck it. Let Jinrash go down there and torch the whole place.
That's
Oh
his
my God.
specialty.
I mean, that's one of my answers, is that bitch in the sewer.
If the whole sewer just becomes full of noxious gas that's highly flammable, and Jinrash just does fire breath into it, then there's no more issue.
The pipeline is really integral to the entirety of Zista City, so probably
It
not
won't
a good
blow it
idea.
up. It'll just be a flamethrower.
You said this about Knox Town, and guess what? A quarter
Town
of
is
it's
fucking
gone,
Controlled
bitch.
burn.
Tell that
It was
to the
supposed to be
quarter of it that's
controlled.
burnt down.
Says the alcoholic who was drunk
That's
during the
something
fight.
different.
Serenity is your first character,
there's a
Brian,
lot.
that did not burn something down.
Yeah.
Now she burned some hearts.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah, there's a lot of mysteries that I still want to.
And are you sure she didn't burn anybody or burn anything down?
Conlon, Brian, Andrew, anything? Also, Aaron, if you have anything that you watch.
I don't
that
know
you
what the
are
question
I'm
was.
curious about this.
wait. Can you go back, Vicky? What was your answer?
Oh, my answer was that bitch in the sewers. Also, I mean, obviously the biggest cliffhanger on the planet. What happened to Carson? Everything that's going on with Zolo as well is still a massive plot thread that we never found. There's a bunch of stuff going on in that city that is just a huge question mark. All of it's super interesting, and it's impossible for any one character to figure out all of it.
I'm working on
I'm
it.
excited. Yeah.
I think an obvious one for me is the fallout of my final wish, exposing my father's crimes and what that will lead to. I'm very much curious as to what that is going to lead to.
I have a question about that.
Oh yeah,
actually,
we had a whole
Brian.
me and Vicky had
I
a whole
have a fun
conversation about
question
this.
about
earlier.
That's definitely a huge That's definitely a huge cliffhanger we have to address at some point.
I am wondering, with the way that Delson phrased it, does anybody entering Zista City immediately
I
know
don't
all
believe
of
so. Like
Delson's
the
stats?
way I
Or
the way
just
I
one?
the way I worded
Who
it.
was in Zista City when
When
he
I-
made the wish?
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I said.
Okay,
so,
I didn't know if you made it specific to that point or
No.
not. Okay.
But yeah, that's a huge cliffhanger. I think we have to address at some point. Other than that, I was very curious about Misfortune and what her whole deal was, and also I really wanted to learn more about Normal and Paul and their time travel shenanigans.
I love
Yeah.
that.
It'll come though. Like
might-
we'll unravel
we
that
have
as
a
we
thread
go.
for that pretty much because Andy kind of
Like,
has
yeah,
to go with her. at
I'm
this
very
point.
curious about their time travel shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just say though that for a second, Paul is one of my favorites. Like,
He's the best.
Oh, I loved
I'm so
love-
proud of us for getting him through the heist.
We
Yeah.
didn't kill him. We made him live. Yay!
And
Yeah, he
how-
was literally just just in it, just like
Just
a guy. And
Yeah.
then he would
Yeah.
and then he met Normal and went and time traveled, and now he's a warlock.
We got his
Um,
as a patron.
Aaron, you weren't around for it, but Paul almost died in session 2 because Callum landed on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he made it 50 sessions, but we almost lost him session 2.
Yeah.
It was
He
fine.
was
He
unconscious
was
instantly.
The
But did
party
you die?
But yeah, did you die?
No. The party learned interest immediately. Oh shit, we don't have a healer.
Yeah, party
Uh,
of rogues.
No.
You guys
Yeah.
have been terrible with healers in all of Nat Disaster.
It's
you
okay.
guys-
Rash is
I'm the
learning.
only
Be a healer now.
one playing a cleric, and nobody else wants to do it.
Bullshit. Jin Rash is learning.
Level 1,
Just
bitch. Come on.
Barbarian.
Catch up to 11.
You
And
don't need a healer if you kill things fast enough.
I'm working on
Very
it.
true. Very true.
I'm
What
a
else would-
storm cleric.
What else is the armor for but to protect me from things that go stab?
Exactly.
All right. So, Aaron, Conlon, or Brian, any plot threads that you're still interested in moving forward?
God of Evermore.
I want to see if the vault refills.
Oh yeah, isn't there
Yeah.
still a dragon on the loose? Like,
Yes.
Nah.
It has
Yes,
flown
very much
away
so.
for now, but it's
Dragon
definitely
is
still
still
around.
city. But the
Wait.
dragon is in the material plane, and
yeah, we released a
has some
dragon.
freedom.
We released
Yeah.
a dragon.
Wait, so does that mean
It's
Jin Rash
on
can
the
talk to
list.
him?
It's on the list of problems I've accidentally caused.
It's on the
I
list of
think actually
problems
learned
I
to talk to a
purposely
dragon.
caused.
Like, yeah,
I was there for that.
Love-
It was mostly me and Vicky.
Delson, Rain,
I had
and
to.
Andy
I had
are gonna go. You guys are gonna go down to Delson's basement. All right, time to make this map of everything we fucked up. All right,
And we have to at least unfuck some of it.
It's gonna be a constellation that makes a picture of Alien's face.
So good.
But Brian, yes, I'm glad you're still interested in that. That was something that came from the Misfit Warriors campaign and snuck into the heist too. The trickstress, that goddess of Evermore.
Yeah.
Who is this?
yeah.
This unknown like the goddess from there.
I also really want to know who Jin Rash's god is.
Yeah, I mean, I gave you the opportunity to learn about
You,
it.
you know?
You just said, "Huh, that's weird," and then just kept on going. That was
He
my
was
first
blitzed
time
that
ever
day. He
having
was
a
drunk.
page of information and just being like, "All right, I don't need this anymore."
What was that? Not Jin Rash.
Oh God,
There's a thunderstorm in the desert. Huh.
that's
Weird.
That's weird.
It's
Not going
okay.
over there.
You'll have another chance to really get to know your goddess.
Aaron and Conlon, anything for you guys?
I'm not gonna
Alright.
lie to you. I forgot the question.
I
Any
knew that was gonna
plot
happen.
threads that have been unanswered that you're still curious about?
Oh, I already answered this one.
Oh, what'd you? Oh, sorry. What did you say?
I want to know if the vault's gonna refill because
Oh,
the
yeah, he
dragon's
did just
still
say
on the
that.
loose.
Yeah.
So the vault itself. So what they knew is that when Andy broke the chain, broke the seal that was making this a magic cache. By the time the chain came back, or if they smashed the jar, the magic cache is gone. And I don't know if this was ever made completely clear, but the dragon's lair, Greasefur's lair, was by time sealed, and it literally carved his lair out of the mountain, and it made it into the magic cache. So now that the magic cache is broken, his lair has
Oh, it's back
reemerged
where it
it
was.
came
So
after
the dragon's probably gonna go back to its lair.
Okay, yeah.
2,222 years.
Yeah,
Wait,
we didn't quite get that, I don't think.
Imagine
So,
that people built a
that's one thing I can let you
civilization
guys
in
know.
this cavern
Yeah.
that was created and just dragon.
Lava.
Everyone's just dead.
Yeah.
The
Alright,
cache
so
itself
Pablo-
is just gonna kill everyone.
Okay, so the biggest threads that I'm curious about that we haven't dealt with, obviously, is eventually figuring out the conspiracy of Rain's parents being murdered. I know we didn't touch too much on it, but knowing that as I stood there on the stage, that I tried to read the crowd and saw that some of the families were like, huh, that girl looks a little familiar and not in a good way.
Yeah, the Galloways are a big...
Yeah, big ick on the Galloways.
I
And
see you, Brian.
Yeah, well, because, stand up on the stage and, like, when you're standing amongst your family as the girl who's been lost for, 20 years, everyone's just like, wait.
So my favorite plot thread that has not been discovered / gone down further is the whole campaign. I'm like, I want to keep Misfortune's identity a secret, and I'm so glad none of you know. That's gonna be a reveal that pays off.
Whoa!
So much one
Spoilers.
day.
I do have a mental idea, but I don't think it's right. I have a thought, but
No, yeah,
I'm
Misfortune's
pretty
my
sure
other
it's-
one besides the
I'm
murder of
pretty
my
sure the
parents.
thought I have is confirmed to be untrue. I think.
Yeah.
Think.
Oh, we haven't talked about it in a while. So
Okay. I think it's Delson's sister. That's my
Right.
thought.
What do you mean? Like,
that
How
she's
would
been
I just
lying
do?
to you about what school she's going
I
to.
just do. Have you ever seen her and Misfortune in the same room?
no, but her name was Kalina, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Your sister? Yes.
Yes. She's small, and Misfortune is not small.
I don't know that we know that.
Kalina is
My
like
character's 5'2", so
40.
like.
Delson, you were like, how old were you? She was like
28.
5 or 6.
I pick-
She was like 5 or 6 years younger than you, so she's
Yeah,
early.
Yeah,
20s.
she's not tiny.
Yeah.
You think of her
She's not
tiny because
tiny,
she's your little sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like Misfortune was definitely taller than Kalina.
Magic butt, bitch.
Hmm?
I could be that.
Is that confirmed, Brian? Are they different heights?
Did you guys ever measure them?
No.
I didn't measure
Hold on, I
them.
want to know how tall you are.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
Do you think we'll encounter Misfortune in the Misfit Warriors campaign?
I just think that would
Or-
be very fun if
For
that was
sure.
the case. That's all. That's my theory.
Oh,
Oh
I can
shit.
obviously not say 100%, but there is a.
I can. Alien's going to
significant,
cause enough
like
problems that
this.
Misfortune will get involved.
Well, also,
Yeah.
remember that the Turkises are stuck on the island with the queen.
Oh, true.
So they're a little busy fighting elementals right now.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, Misfortune had a great night because then it went straight into full-on defending the queen mode.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
why
she
she hasn't.
welcome. Me.
I learned this when me and Brian were talking during our disaster cast, where he's like, "Yeah, all the Turkish 7, including Misfortune's there." I'm like, "Oh, poor girl. Her night has not ended. It's just
Nope.
going.
Yep. So it's about an hour in from here. So does anybody have any thoughts about the future of Nat
Ooh.
Disaster moving forward?
Oh,
Or things you're looking forward to, predictions, things you're looking forward to getting back to. And I can't deny Brian Maines after all that enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jinrash can't meet Serenity.
What? Oh no, you're right. That would be bad.
That would
want-
be the worst thing in the world.
I want you to look
But
like my
why?
dead wife.
Yes. And I have a feeling that Serenity has seen Jinrash's wife.
Yeah, because she has been to Ladris.
Yeah.
Yeah, because both of them
Serenity's
have
from
been the same
Ladris.
places before. Because Serenity's from Ladris. Also, I may have accidentally caused the death of your sister. Good luck.
My sister?
Yeah.
For
Serenity's sister.
Yeah,
Oh.
Serenity's sister, Mazikeen. The sister
so-
you have zero emotional connection to because she was written without talking to you, really.
What? Exactly.
So context for everybody. Conlon and I in the background decided to basically create Serenity's younger sister and make a story for her, and she was one of those 4 people that Andy stole the necklace from when they
Oh,
were like grabbing
shit.
from the chest. And I'm fine letting people know they didn't make it out of the cache
I thought not. So wait, does that
Before
mean
it
they're in
disappeared.
his lair? Does that
Potentially.
mean that that's
If-
where they
if
are?
they-
If they
In his
survive.
If
lair?
any of them survived, they are in his lair right now.
Yeah, so I have orphaned a little girl. I have killed Serenity's sister. I have, honestly, fuck you, Johnny.
Technically, it's Andy's fault, pretty much.
Nah, fuck that bitch. The other
I'm
two,
just saying.
and then I'm not sure who the
Sorry.
other. I'm not sure who the other person who was in there instead of outside of the cache at the party. Because I know they went as like a group and only 4 of them were
Yeah.
in there. So I'm not sure how they divided stuff.
Which person was it that I was dragging along with?
That was Johnny.
Oh.
I don't remember what Brian described as.
To lava.
I don't remember what Brian described the 4th person as. I do not remember.
I would have to look back in notes. I'll be honest. That part of the heist was ages ago, which is crazy.
Yeah,
to
so
say.
I have no clue.
It was
I
a
know
bit
I
ago, yeah.
wrote 2 other people who were supposed to be there that night, but I know you said 4 were there, so 1 must have been staying outside or taking watch or flying the Duna platform or whatever.
What are the
Uh,
other? Sorry, go ahead.
No, Cal, go ahead. You.
I was gonna ask, what are the other like ways that we've messed up? Because like those are some really good ones that like we would have had no way of knowing, and we
Yeah.
will never know in game.
Yeah, then we
Um,
destroyed the lives.
So do you guys have any specific questions on? Hey, if this didn't happen, Brian, what were you expecting? Like something like that. Do you have a moment that you were that you have in mind?
Honestly, it's not so much like if I hadn't done this, what do you expect? But like all that stuff with Yick, like
Yeah, like
did you
honestly, yeah,
expect that? Like,
Did I what?
did you expect any of that?
I jumped at the opportunity to introduce Yick. I
were you expecting Callum to try and steal that book?
no, but I was like, this is the Eye of all over again.
Yeah, but you know,
Calum's
Eye of
about
All.
to derail this.
Yeah, Callum.
Pretty much
Callum.
immediately afterwards too.
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, Callum, that decision I think easily added like at least 5 sessions to the campaign.
I can't help it.
And several side sessions too.
He was literally like, "Oh, here's this rude ass patron who has a spell book that he's just like leaving lying around, waiting for some unsuspecting pirate to come try to pick up." And I was like, "Hey, I'm an unsuspecting pirate. Of course I'll pick it up." And then I fucking regretted it. I didn't even fucking learn anything from it. I didn't even multi-class into wizard and keep it. Like I literally just regret it.
You passed out and dropped his book.
I do, however, not regret meeting Blinky.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true. That whole story arc is the reason you met Blinky.
And honestly, like having my extra, what is it, no, it's 4 now, 4 characters that are like attached to my person that are just contained. It is something. I don't know what to like how to describe it, but it's like I have a ghost and 2 mimics and a sentience trapped in a ring.
What a wild person wandering around. Hi, I'm a person with 4 other people joining me. How are you?
A party all on my own.
I
Kinda,
wanted to
yeah.
ask you though, Brian, how does that ring function in terms of like storing the spell slots?
Meaning, like, what do you mean it functions? I think I sent over how it works. It will recharge your first, so it can hold 1 slot of each spell, I believe. I mean, go back to the item I made. I could be messing
I
something
have
up.
switched phones in the last few months, and so I can't access what you sent me before. I know you had like a Word document for it.
Here, I'll look it up
Um,
real quick. But Vicky,
I do have
while
a note in my D&D Beyond thing that it recharges your first and second spell slots once per day, but that you can store other spells like spell slots in it. My question though is like, does it have to be a spell slot that I can use, like that I can produce myself after a long rest, or as Andrew levels up, could he store higher level spell slots in the ring and then let me use it for other spells? You know what I mean? Because I think
does it
even at
require
level
attunement?
the ring, yes.
Yes. So it is tied to that. When you are attuned, you can store those in there. You would have to unattune, give it to him, and he can do it. But it doesn't carry over those spells to the next person at that point.
Well, that's
Because
no.
it's tied to the attunement.
storing the spells in it,
So
or
what was
like
that?
the spell slots. I have to store the spell slot in it.
Yeah, I can't.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't store it and then give them to you. It doesn't work like that.
Oh,
Yes, and-
okay. That's a good workaround because I was like, I can only get 4th level spell slots at level 20 because I have multi classes. But having higher level spell slots might come in real handy.
You'll just have to get some
Yeah,
magic
no,
scrolls.
You guys know I'm like the king of balancing things. Cause I'm like, I don't want to fuck myself. I'm not perfect,
Fair enough.
but I am
yeah.
good at balancing things.
I feel you, and I'm really not trying to
Auckland
take
Arc
advantage.
is not
I just want to make
balanced.
sure that you know what my intentions are, because like I'm not trying to fuck your shit up, but I'm also not trying to like not use my things the way that I want to.
Yeah, of course, man. Vicky, you had your
Yes.
hand up for a while.
Yes, I did. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm wondering, did you actually expect us to release Grease Fleur? Or were you unsure what we were going to do in that moment?
Honestly, I had so much planned for you guys to not wake up Greasefleur immediately. I had so much trickery and things that could happen, and it was basically going to be a way to like give you guys a chance to, all right, we could explore the cache, get what we need, try to get out, and some puzzles, some trickery, some possible other encounters. I didn't expect you to kill Greasefleur because I didn't think you or like get rid of Greasefleur at all, but I didn't think you guys were just gonna immediately like trigger
Just aggro him.
to wake up. Like I did not think of quick while he's asleep, portal him away. I was like, fuck, that's actually somewhat of a good idea. Fuck, this is all gonna go to shit. And then they did it, and it's like, well, okay,
Yeah.
let's go. And then that was my favorite thing of, wow, I just took their ace away at the same time. So I did
I'm
not
happy you did
expect
not
you guys
know we were going to do that. I had discussed it with the group away from you to be like, hey, this is what we should do, just so you all know.
So actually, this is a fun place to talk about this. Vicky, one thing that you should probably know is that
Yeah.
if you guys didn't wake up Greasefleur and you had time to explore it and it betrayed you guys earlier, which or like
Right.
sorry later, where it was going to try to, and it was trying to do that on the Duna platform too, of leading you guys to the left, to the northeast corner.
Right.
And over there is a set of mirrors that can store people. Like,
Oh
Oh,
shit.
fucking awesome.
and it was going to take control of the ooze and try to get all of you guys to get pushed into the mirrors, and then so he can separate time from Andy inside the mirror. He has control over that,
My
and was
God.
gonna basically bargain with you guys to, hey, we don't really care about you, all we want is time, and
Oh my
if you
God.
guys could have persuaded to let release you guys, and time would have been trapped in there. And so those are
Oh
that was
man.
one thing that I was planning for.
That is a
if you guys
crazy
get there.
thought. Honestly, like the way that Andy feels about time is complex. Because it's like this weird, like toxic relationship in a way where Andy's like, man, this guy is just awful to me constantly, but also I feel kind of bad for him. Like,
He didn't choose this. He's stuck here.
as a chronic pain sufferer, like the thought of being permanently tortured, like you get kind of prickly. Like,
he is constantly being stabbed.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. And I feel that. And so it's like I can understand how frustrating it must be to have no agency, to be in pain constantly, and to not be able to get any respite from it at any point. And so, like, Andy is like a deeply empathetic person, and like, even though this person has treated him terribly, he's just kind of like, we're in this together. Neither of us are happy about this, but like, also, I don't want to fuck him over. So it probably
Yeah, he
still
might
would
be
have come to
useful
us
long
fighting
term.
it. We probably
loved
would have fought
seeing-
it and then let time out, I guess, which would have been just as crazy.
I loved seeing your conflictions of time since he was
Yeah.
introduced, because
Yeah.
immediately when he called you obscenities and things like that, you're like, oh no, fuck this guy. But then you
Yeah.
start learning more about him, and you just see Andy's good-hearted nature, and Vicky, your good-hearted nature that bleeds through into Andy, of just, aw,
He
like,
called
he's
me
a
a
dick.
rat, man.
He's a dick.
But he's just a
Well,
little
I-
guy.
It's
But
yeah,
the
it's like
situation is actually really sad.
yeah, it's like
Objectively.
if you consider the implications.
He's just a little
I
guy
have a
trying his
question.
best.
Brian.
And yeah.
Yes.
If I find a way to make a body for Wet Hands and also Arthur, could I potentially make one for Time?
I mean, there's limitless potential once you get the ability to start creating bodies and injecting souls into it. I'll
Yeah,
go
you're a pretty infinitely
deep
powerful
into
being at that
magical and
point.
spiritual shit at that point.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, that's long term goal though. So I'll have to also
Level
make
20
sure I
shit.
let. Yeah, I mean, eventually, like
He made a
I made that
promise.
all
promise.
50.
I'm not gonna stop looking for a way to get Wet Hands a body, and like once I do, you know, the sentience in
we're
the
all
ring
50
that I
years
wear
old.
is eventually gonna follow, and yeah, I feel like it wouldn't be too big an ask after already achieving it to like make a third body, you know.
Yeah, if you guys find a way to start creating bodies and putting souls into it, then yeah, that's the campaign's gonna derail so hard.
Fair enough,
But
yeah.
sure. You know me as a DM. At this point, I'm like, I'll adjust.
Yeah,
The
so
heist
I mean,
pushed my adjustments to a limit. I just want to say I was just like, oh my god, like I literally can't plan for next session without having 7 different ways that it goes.
The what?
Yeah.
I couldn't
That's kind
plan
of-
for a next session without like thinking of different avenues it would go down.
That's kind of like what I was thinking of is like, what is like the most unexpected shoot off that we went on to you?
Oh yeah, for sure. What's the yeah?
Yeah, well, how did we?
Oh.
What was your craziest
Like,
derail
what
we
is
caused?
the
Yeah,
thing that we did that you were like, God, this is breaking everything?
Yeah. Or something that you would, or something that you had planned that we just
shocked you, yeah.
yeah.
Fuck this shit. Yeah.
Honestly, I would have to say it really is a tie between Yick and the Eye of All. So Callum. My answer is Callum.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The
Okay.
Eye of All
Oh,
is one thing we
are you
haven't
sure?
talked a lot on here, but that was freaking like why that like the heist was just like a normal group of rogues doing a death
It was a
battle, seeing how
normal
it felt
campaign
together.
until there.
Yeah, that was definitely the
have to-
divergent path.
I have to talk about in this discussion just that night you guys got out of the Eye of All. Aaron, if you have not seen that session of the heist, you should see how broken of a DM I was. Just like, not like, oh, this sucks, but like, I've lost control of this night.
Sure, you do that.
We're
You
escaping.
you're gonna intimidate the guard who found you? Yeah.
That night really just cemented Party of Rogues fucking sucks to DM for because you're all still monkeys. You guys broke into that place, set it on fire, escaped, brought your dead friend out of there, hit him, convinced the guard to revive him,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
BS'd out your ass stories about one of you being a guard and then also just being people who were having sex. Paul and Serenity having sex as a joke. That was just okay.
People
Sure.
walking by.
It was just yeah, okay. This is
And then we were safely escorted home by the guard.
I was like, the Party of Rogues is too powerful.
Like, we literally went from we're
Especially
going
in
to
a
jail
city setting.
forever to wow, we've been escorted home to make sure we are safe.
I think if we were all in like a dungeon crawl kind of setting, that would be much harder for us on a long-term scale. But having a whole party of rogues in a city for their whole campaign is really just like it's putting a fish in the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just very like this is what we're good at.
I know, it was so fun. I absolutely love the heist campaign. It is sad that it is coming to an end. We'll still play these characters occasionally, though.
For sure. Also, it's
yes.
time now. Like new stories need to be told.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And we have been sitting on the Misfit Warriors in Oliver's introduction for 3 years now.
For
Actually,
a
Brian,
long
no,
time.
4 years. 4 years
No,
now.
just about 4 years ago, we created Oliver and had that session 0.
Yeah.
You're gonna do like a session 0.5? Hey, I need a recap.
I feel like we
Oh
all
my god, I have that.
I'm
The
gonna be
document
honest.
I'm writing, for Bosco, Oliver, and Eileen is called Oliver Session 0.5. Bosco and Eileen.
Brian, we are two halves of one brain cell.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been feeling like we all need a new session 0 for this campaign. It's kind of gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Back in.
This is a good segment to start talking more about where
Yep.
we're moving forward with everything on here. So incorporating into what we were just talking about with the whole party of rogues, you guys, how are you you guys looking forward to sucking at skill checks again?
I was never good to begin with this bracket, so I will continue to suck.
Oh god. Callum,
My
if
job
you-
is to smite things. That's it.
Callum,
If you can hit.
I know you're still debating if you're gonna be doing Eileen and Naresh or just Eileen, but if you are doing both of them, you have 2 skill monkeys at once. It's real. It's just, oh my god.
Honestly, I feel comfortable playing Naresh like through to the end of like the outro.
Yeah, his
Mhm.
time to leave
Hmm.
essentially.
Yeah, I think keeping him in the wind will be okay. But like to be honest, I have 6 characters in my D&D Beyond and I don't pay for it and Naresh isn't one of them. So like
Hmm.
I think I'm more happy with him being a fixture in your world where like he is part of the lore and he exists in that world and he does what he does, and if you want to continue to use him for your story, great. If you don't, like, he died in the mountains. It's not a big deal. Like,
I will be
I like
happy
him a lot.
to NPC Naresh.
You're welcome to him. I'll get you his stuff again. I'm sure I've sent it to you before, but like I can send you an updated version. I'm happy playing his outro for the Misfits, but it's just not, it's not the character that I am right now.
Yeah,
And
we all
I
changed. That's just gonna be why we need like our session, like first one back. What 29? I think is gonna be. Is that what it's gonna be?
Something like that, yeah.
28.
28. Okay.
Session 27 was the last one.
Okay, I don't remember. Okay, but like that is gonna be like a weird session because I think not much will get done because we all have to get back to our characters. Luckily, we just went a long rest. We all just went to bed.
Exactly.
So-
I think a lot of it will be switching off between like lots of dialogue between Naresh and Eileen and the rest of the party, and
Oh,
me
don't
giving
worry.
you all of your things to attune to.
Don't worry, guys. It's you guys are gonna wake up in the morning. You're gonna go downstairs and have a really awkward or quiet or weird breakfast, and I'm gonna just drop some excitement on you guys.
Oh no!
Oh, fucking fantastic.
I don't think Brackett wants excitement. He might just be like, cool.
My one spoiler. I'm gonna drop some excitement on you guys.
It's
you
literally gonna be you're gonna drop Eileen on their breakfast table.
That would be very funny. But if I can't eat my fucking eggs, I'm be upset.
Oh, yeah.
Brackett
Yeah.
has had a rough night. He's not
Yes.
hungover, but he's hungover. You know, when you've had one of those nights that you're just
I
like,
don't know.
whoa.
And also the table and all the plates break, and you're like, oh my god, this woman and her kids are so nice, and you're breaking her things. You guys loved the innkeeper at the Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Great. She's incredible.
She gives us a very good
I don't
rate,
remember where we are.
especially for how much
She's
chaos we
amazing.
bring.
Let me remember her name. Give me one
Uh-oh.
second.
Did I even actually stay at the Hunter's Inn?
The Hunter's
Hey,
Branch?
Brian.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
When
I
are
thought I
we
went.
doing the session 1 or the session 0 for Oliver 2.5.
Sometime in the near future, I am partially done through writing that. So I mean, like,
Sarah.
I'm gonna say
Oh, yeah,
probably
Sarah.
in early
'Cause I hate
April.
on her.
Okay.
She
Oh.
thinks Brackett's cute.
Could we try to do it
Sarah
on
and
April
Kristen.
1st just for the
For the ha-has.
yeah, for the ha-has.
Don't know yet. I don't know my schedule tomorrow.
Honestly, yeah, no big deal.
Brian,
So-
I know what your schedule is on Saturday. You have things in the morning, and then you're coming to my house. I don't know beyond that.
Yeah, gonna be a busy weekend.
See,
But,
I can't remember if Jinrash actually stayed at the inn or if he
He
had
stayed
went
at
and
the
got-
inn.
Okay.
I think all
Yes.
the boys, we all stayed in 1 or 2 bedrooms.
I'm pretty sure. I watched the session.
Okay,
like,
so that
2
wasn't the
weeks
one that I
ago.
got.
I
drunk.
watched I watched the
No.
last session like 2 weeks ago, roughly,
Mm.
and I'm 99% sure. Everybody except Kyron stayed in the same room together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyron was going in fucking Jeremiah.
Yeah, Kyron was
Going
getting
on
laid.
Fedora.
Get some
Freaking-
dick.
Mhm. And Naresh I don't remember if he was in the room or if he went out on his nightly prowl for food. I'll have
think
to go
I
back
had
and
gone
double check
out.
that.
The last thing I remember is that I was out, got attacked by those spirit wolf things, and then got dusted by Chiron.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me check my notes.
It's been
You
a
guys
fucking
had-
minute though.
Yeah, you guys gotta realize that was the same night as the heist. So while
Yeah.
all the shit that was just going on in the heist was happening, you guys were over at the Plains Spring.
Hmm.
And that was Knock, you found a heated blanket.
Yes, I did. And
ooh,
a
that
ice cold stone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You
we
guys have
shot the
not
50
been-
Two
cal.
opposites.
Yeah, we shot the 50 cal.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty. You gave the
No,
50
that
cal
was-
over to research.
No, that was after 50 cal. 50 cal was in the.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
see where
we
Jar
already
goes.
used it.
Warriors Rest.
Yes.
Yes.
That's just the
But-
the only thing I remember that I got.
Yep. Oh no. Oh my God. Do you guys remember? Jinrash has the speed limit 35 sign.
Yep, that is his current
Oh
weapon.
yeah.
Yes.
So Aaron, one thing that you're gonna get introduced to is I didn't do it much in the heist. I sprinkled it in, but when I started this this campaign in this world, I made a list of 1,000 real life items. I just wrote them down all next to a number, and if you roll a nat 20 basically on an investigation roll, I basically just make you roll on that table, and it's a real life item that you end up just finding in this magical world.
Oh,
The
I ain't
first
got a
one.
dice that big, bro.
Wait, what's your intelligences, Bosco?
Oh no. I might not have to worry about it.
You'll do
10.
it eventually.
10.
Nah, you're
10,
good. You can roll in
okay.
that 20.
You got it, just a nat 20. And so far the group has found, what was it? A propane tank was the first
Yes.
Yep,
thing you
yep.
guys
Session
found.
5,
Honestly,
we
the
blew
most
up the
memorable one.
Gambits.
Yeah, we did.
Callum, that is still to this day my favorite Naresh scene of just like walking up, turning to the party, and just saying sorry, casting shatter on a propane tank. That was the
Honestly-
first time as a DM I was like, okay, I did not plan for that.
Brian, you gave us a propane tank. We were gonna blow something up.
Yeah.
You guys had
You
you
can't
guys
expect
had
anything
it for
different.
like you guys had it for like
We
a
had it for a
total of
day.
2 sessions.
Yeah,
That
it was
Had
like
for,
24
one
hours.
in-game day.
Yeah.
Basically.
That guy deserved no legs. I don't care what you say.
He escaped. He escaped.
Yeah,
he is
Yeah.
He's got less
still
legs now,
alive
doesn't he?
in
Doesn't he
critical
have less
condition.
legs though?
He's
He
gonna be
does
so
have less
fucked
limbs.
He's gonna be so. Luckily, the only good thing is the Resh won't be in the party anymore, so he'll be a little less angry about it.
We're
Like, this is
definitely still
small-
gonna have to go fight those guys. For sure.
We have the
Oh,
Horn of
yeah.
Valhalla. We'll just tell Jinrash to walk in and have a grand old time. Start swinging.
Remember,
No,
Eileen,
all of them.
Eileen has to try to get Stardust, and that hag had basically seen, hey, in a couple of days, I think it was like 4 nights, there will be a meteor shower, and a lot of Stardust will come
Mhm.
down over the grasslands. So while
Yep,
you
I'm
guys are
about to
walking by
I'm
the
about to go and
grasslands,
be accosted 5 different times in one night, and I'm gonna deal with it because I have to fix the city. They're
I
gonna be
can't wait
like,
for that.
"Hey, what are you doing out here in the middle of our field?" And I'm gonna be like, "I'm collecting Stardust." And they're gonna be like, "We're gonna fucking murder you now. Give us all your money." And then I'm gonna have to light them on fire with holy fire, over and over.
I
and
just imagine
over
them
again.
screaming in the field, burning, and you're just looking for the Stardust
bring
wandering
Jinrash.
around.
that's
That's
that-
literally how it's gonna go. I'm so excited for it. Like
Better
the
idea.
guy, the fucking one-legged bastard is gonna be like, do you know a vampire named Naresh?" And I'm gonna be like, "Shut up, on fire!" Like,
You know,
I got an
you know
even
what's
better
gonna
idea.
be,
Just bring Jirai or Jinresh. I'll just light the whole field on fire. You don't have
Oh
to
my
worry
God.
about anybody.
I need to
Not
stand
just
in the
going to
field to get
shoot
the
you with an
stardom.
arrow.
Like I need to be there.
And that's what I think is a beautiful thing as the one of the
Fuck.
first fights outside of Ladris for the Misfit Warriors the first time was the Gambit to the Grasslands. And
You look really upset.
most likely the
I'm
first
gonna
fight
kill
outside of
Jinrash.
Ladris is gonna be the Gambits of the Grasslands again. So it's gonna be the moment where you guys fight and like maybe sync up as a team.
Hmm.
I think is Naresh gonna get to be part of that?
Or is it going to be
That's
like,
on you.
Talum, honestly, that is on you. When you want to step away from Naresh, you step away. So if you decide to continue on down with them to Zista, go ahead. If you want to go in the opposite direction, northward towards the Ashen Peaks, then that's something you can do, and then he NPCs.
I think that's my goal. What does that look like though? Like, is Eoling showing up in Ladris?
Yeah, you asked to be sent to where you need to be,
Spoilers.
bud.
Spoilers. Let me have my fun.
Well, I'm just saying, you asked the god to send you somewhere. Guess what? They did.
No, sure. I just want to make sure. No, that's fine. I'm happy. I'm happy still playing Naresh. Like, I think the soonest I can get him NPC'd, like the happier this whole thing will be. Playing two characters is going to be too much for me. Like I respect and appreciate the rules that you laid down for us if we ever do run across a moment where we would play two characters. And to be honest, I unfortunately play my characters in such a way that like I couldn't feasibly keep to those rules.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, I feel like if we ever decide, we could also just say, hey, Brian, if we ever run into this character in this campaign, you know, you take them as an NPC, or, you know, and then if we ever come back to playing them again, you know, I don't think.
And that's exactly.
play
I would never want to play Naresh and Eileen because like at the same time. Because I feel like it would just be too chaotic. Like it would be
Naresh and Eileen become best friends.
I don't think they would even though. That's the thing. Like Naresh is so cerebral and Eileen is so impulsive, like they wouldn't be friends. They'd be like begrudging rivals or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
You also, as you got to level 6, you what did you just get for Naresh? Is that the your fiddle becomes magical?
I think it's the one where I teleport and it knocks them down.
Yeah.
That was a cool
We
ability.
didn't really get to play around with our level 6 abilities yet.
No.
Yeah, what were some of the level 6 abilities that you guys got from there?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Conley, you definitely got an aura of protection.
Yeah, I know I got that, but
Got my
like
shit right
+4 in
here,
all
bud.
saves.
That's
and if you're near
amazing.
me, you get some too.
How far is that? How close?
10
You
foot
will-
radius.
Nock will probably never get to really use it.
Damn it.
That's still amazing though. Especially because like if you consider the fact that Eileen is also a paladin,
Yeah.
you'll be getting like +8 to your saves if I'm near you. Like
Oh yeah,
that's
if
ridiculous.
paladins, if you build a phalanx and you just keep stacking their stats, they become statistically indestructible.
Yeah,
and-
we're gonna cause a lot of problems.
And Bosco is also a paladin, guys. Not a high level one, but he is a paladin.
Wait, what? Bosco's a
So
fighter barbarian.
paladins.
Oh, I thought. Oh, sorry. I thought he was considering taking paladin. That's what it was. Okay, so he's just fighter barbarian now. But
It's okay, but he
was
still gets the help.
considering- He was considering going down paladin line, so that could be something in the future too.
For sure. I'm
Okay.
happy to help him get there too. Like I'll spread the word of Mistress Eileen. I don't give a shit.
Mistress Zylia, she's probably like, whatever, I'm not going to deal with this right now.
I love that both of my characters have been have had advantage against poison for some reason. Both of them.
Mhm. They're just both like, fuck poison.
Fuck poison.
Andrew,
Yes.
what are you finally like looking forward to doing with Oliver?
I mean, I'm just looking forward to just playing him as a whole. I've been staring at that character sheet for 4 years, and I mean,
Yeah.
Like,
that's fair.
legitimately, it actually is now 4 years.
yeah, we
Yes.
like me, Brian, and I wrote up that character
almost to the
just before
day.
the pandemic hit.
Yep,
Yeah,
and
it was March 2020 that we had our last.
Like we
Yeah.
wrote him up, and we were getting ready to introduce me into the Misfit Warriors, and then COVID hit.
Yeah, it was honestly just about 4 years ago where everything shut down.
I
Yeah.
should check.
Yep.
So it was
I think
about
our
4
last one was like March 8th or something like that. Was
Yeah,
probably
around
our
there.
last session.
And I remember that we said in the beginning of the last session, hey, so Vicky's not going to be able to be here for the next session, but
Yeah,
you're going to
'cause
be there now.
my sister's birthday was coming up.
Yep.
Yeah, what's super helpful is because of that, I wrote down notes for Asia, who was going to be taking over Knock for that session. So instead, now I just have good notes for myself as to what I wanted to do.
Can
So
we
it's just
can we
super
get some
helpful.
can we get some insight into what those notes were 4 years
Okay.
later?
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
They're not
no
very long.
spoilers.
You're
Aaron-
gonna get spoilers. That's what
Aaron,
this whole thing is about.
Consider this a partial lore catch up for the Misfit Warriors.
yeah.
Knock the notes I have right now, like a little to-do list, is to get the note from the council about the changes to the treaty that we had. I was gonna also ask about alarm torches at the council because I know that we lost some of them. I think we lost one specifically.
You lost all the ones that you guys put up when you were guarding the statue.
In that case, I think we lost like all of them as of right now.
Mhm.
I think we had all of them out at the time. So I wanted to go back and ask about those. And then I had a very fun idea for a collapsible bow.
Yes.
Collapsible. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you gave Knock the pole of collapsing,
Mhm.
which is a little tiny pole that shoots out really long. And I had the thought of like re-specking it into a bow because there are collapsible bows.
Oh yeah.
In the real world.
Yes,
And
they're
it's
very
just
cool.
the thought of having like a tiny little thing. That way, if we're ever in a place that's like you have to leave your weapons at the door, I can just have this little tiny
Stick.
pole. It's a little thing, and I could just.
I love that.
You do
Secret.
know an artificer.
I do, and it was a thing. Yeah, I have collapsing bow hyphen Trell. Is the note.
Trell,
So yeah,
Trell, you
think
already gave the pole of collapsing to modify it.
Yeah, I think I had this thought
Yes.
afterwards. I don't remember what my actual thought was with her in the first place. Like what I left it with her for.
Mhm. Oh,
Um,
you were trying to get it to be upgraded, and the
Yeah.
upgrade was going to be almost like a ground pound kind of thing, where you can just take it and hit it on the ground and like have a shockwave around you.
That's awesome.
That's what Trell was upgrading it for.
That might be better. We'll see. I do already have a longbow, which is really so.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay,
What
well,
else
guys,
is on
I
the
gotta go
to-do
bed.
list?
Okay.
So
it was
those
good
were
to have
the
you on,
three
Brian.
notes
Yep.
that I had. Oh, good night, Brian.
Bye, guys.
Good night, Brian.
Good night.
It's nice talking with you.
Bye,
So those
Katie.
were like the notes that I had for like the immediate to-do list for like before we leave Lidris, we have to do this.
Mhm.
But I mean, longer campaign wise, I mean, this whole quest that we're going on is kind of Nox quest, which is like
It's Knock and Bracket's job. I have to figure out what I have to do.
they're not excited about it. Knock is
Cal-
just like,
What?
Callow, I don't know if you've thought of it that way, but Nock has to deliver news to the queen.
Yep.
The
Who's currently
repercussions of
trapped.
everything you guys did. She's now trapped underneath the barrier of the city.
Yep.
And Nock needs
I
to
thought of
speak
it.
to her.
Yeah, me.
I
talk-
immediately thought of it. I went, you bitch.
Yeah. Me and Vicky were at had lunch the other day, and we're talking about this the whole time. Like, we're fucked.
I was
How
like,
are we
God
doing
damn
this?
it.
How are we doing it?
Honestly,
so
Knock
what's
might
wait,
just fucking
explain to
go
me
in.
again what is happening because the queen is under a barrier.
So, because of the storm and the air and water elementals being set upon the city, the queen had. Oh yeah, you weren't in the last session, so
Yeah,
it
you
wasn't
weren't
like
this
Yeah,
said.
he's missing
Uh,
bits.
the queen diverted power from the magical source that suspends Amber Castle, the Queen's Island, in the air, to create like a barrier around the city of Zista that forced all the elementals out of it. So elementals can't get through the barrier. That's why it's still raining. The storm's still going on, but they just can't get in. And that the amount of power that drew away let the island fall, and it fell. It's still dangling, but it's outside the barrier.
Which also means that when we arrive at Zista, there's just gonna be a wall of elementals that are like raring to go.
Seems
Well-
kind of xenophobic to me.
I am here for all of that because that is what I'm about.
And Vicky, you just made me realize that I didn't think about that because all the time I've been like, oh
God
yeah, they're
damn
gonna
it.
get to walk across the sovereign airways, and then they enter the city. And I would
Yeah.
have thought of it eventually, but now I'm thinking of it, I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna literally walk there and then just have to fight their way through
Yes.
elementals
Yes.
to get into Zista.
Unless the elementals maybe have dispersed a little bit, considering it's been like 4 days, and maybe they've gone to fuck some other shit up, but like,
Who
because it
knows?
takes like 4 days for us to walk to Zista, I think. you said.
Roughly, yes.
Um,
I'm here for it. I'm gonna try my goddamnedest. I know I fucked shit up, and I know I really caused the city a lot of problems, but
mhm.
I'm back and I'm.
Problems, schmoblums. We'll figure it out.
Other
Yeah,
things on
like-
Knox's to-do list are to get a tattoo.
I will.
Wow, that's
I
such
will-
a. I'm having a crisis. Time for a tattoo.
Yes. Yeah, Knock needs a tattoo, and also the
Do you want a
getting the
spell rot
hardest for
tattoo?
Vane would be great. That would be so sick.
I need a tattoo and to dye my hair bright red.
Basically, yeah.
I want to.
Aaron, luckily you're halfway there.
Go to the Underzista and go talk to the Liberator about that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
you
pretty
guys,
much-
the Misfit Warriors might meet the Liberator at one point.
Yeah, that's the other
I have
thing
an
is
in with
that
the
like
Liberator.
we might go.
lost
we
my
might
finger in front of them.
I lost my. I don't think that's an
Really-
in necessarily. I think
Really
that's a.
helpful, yeah.
Oh, good. It's
She
the one with
definitely was
leprosy
interested in you
again.
afterwards.
The one with leprosy.
Brian, I am very, very interested in unraveling the mystery of displacement magic and what it is, and just kind of exploring it more.
And your Lost Father arc as well.
Oh yes, I'm very
I'm
excited
so
about.
fucking hyped for that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I'm also like, I created Oliver to be a character who has severe abandonment issues, so it's gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
Especially then with this, very soon, very publicly, your ex-girlfriend is going to be. You're going to know she's A, alive, and B, an incredibly famous and important person.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, no, yeah. Oliver and Rain.
Dated from like 6 to 9 months.
Yes.
I don't remember what we. It's. On
I
the
don't think we
lore
ever
sheet somewhere.
established how long, but yes, they were in a serious relationship, and Oliver thinks is under the impression that she is dead.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's really fun because you're gonna be like, should I go talk to her? And I'll be like, I don't know, man. All she does is yell at me. Like,
Vicky, what was that again?
I don't know if it'll focus.
Something you
Is it-
drew and gave to us.
Is that a mask?
This is something you gave to us. I
Do
think
you
it
remember
looks
what
like
it was?
it looks like Misfortune's mask
Yeah,
to
that's-
me,
that's
but
what I
I don't
thought it
think
was.
it is.
Yeah, that is
Because
Misfortune's
we didn't
mask.
play that in,
that's
we
my
didn't play this in
rough
person.
draft of Misfortune's mask. I have a
For
better
some reason,
version
I
of it
have
now.
that, and then
Very.
I also have this one.
Is that a
My
mouse?
camera
Is that
won't
a-
focus.
Is that a sideways stegosaurus?
I think that's what her tear looks like. I think that's her tear. And then I have so many little drawings from Ryan. I don't know why I have them. I have this
Vicky,
one.
Vicky,
God.
I'm touched that you've kept all of these.
God,
These have just been
monstrosities.
sitting in
COVID was
my
a wild time.
notes.
It was.
I have this sword. My camera just will not focus on anything other than me for some
It's fine.
reason.
We can see blurry things a little bit.
It's okay. You can put them in the group chat later on, and we'll all be like, "What the fuck was this shit?"
Is like fire, I think.
oh my god!
And then I have all my letters that I wrote to different characters.
Wow, 23-year-old Brian, what were you freaking drawing?
Oh,
This one
Oh
looks
my
like
God.
Brian,
Bob
you're a
with,
writer,
like,
not a
little
drawer.
sword through his
And
face,
how
maybe?
high were you?
Oh, I was going through a crisis, bud.
I
Was
will
this-
send
wait,
you
wait, hold on.
pictures.
Was this were these drawn at the start of the faux hawk era?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Well established into
Well
the
into.
faux hawk
Well
era.
into.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
Brian was
yeah.
having an existential crisis, and he used D&D to fill every hole.
I will send these in the group chat.
are we
for you
not
guys.
supposed to do that? Is that not?
No, not every hole, just some of the
Typically
holes.
not
The other holes is
social.
for special
I'm
things, you
doing it
know?
wrong then. I'm
I-
sorry.
I did the same thing with magic cards, and that's how I ended up spending $400 on 2 set boosters.
My God, Aaron.
Set
Honestly,
booster boxes. Set
That's
booster
not even
boxes.
as bad as my worst story about Magic the Gathering, to be honest. So, like, feel good about that.
Did you spend more money than that
Oh,
On
it's
one
very
card.
it's
on
very
one
easy to
fucking
do
card.
that.
on one card?
Oh yeah, $450 on a card that revives
Uh,
itself and makes every other monster on your team indestructible.
At least it
That's
wasn't a mana
insane.
crypt.
No, it wasn't anything like that. It was. I spent the same amount of money on a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card back in the day.
Oh my
I think
god.
that sword is just Brian's tattoo.
These are just all.
No, okay.
I got it touched up.
All what I have.
Is
in-
is that a rat stegosaurus hybrid?
I think that's the tier. That
Is
she
that-
has.
Is that a rough draft of Obito's mask?
And then I have a bunch of little letters that I wrote to different characters.
We're just roasting.
written out.
One on the top of my note. Wow, we're literally backtracking
Oh,
to
there's
random
more.
crap.
There's
Um,
more.
Oh yeah,
God.
like any more specific stuff that we want to go over because I might need to go to bed soon.
Yeah, because we're
Yeah.
being a deep
I do
golf.
have to go soon. So last thing. So I guess the last thing to ask is continuing around. I just asked Oliver or Andrew what he's looking forward to with Oliver. What else are you guys looking forward to jumping back into with like your characters? Eileen, Brackett, Knock, and Aaron, even Bosco. What are you interested in looking
You
forward
guys
to
are going to
with?
get more, and since the Pirates joining us, I hope you're ready for tons of Pirates of the Caribbean references.
I really hope Bosco
Oh,
learns
man.
common at some point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
how
I'll
are
help
we?
you with
How are
that.
we going to communicate with him?
I'm literally going to say to Eileen when I first see him, look at this Jack Sparrow looking motherfucker.
How do you speak to deaf people?
How does Bosco? What is the language that you know?
Vietnamese.
No,
Aaron,
it's
check,
not fucking
Aaron, check
Vietnamese.
your
That's not a-
languages.
It's
Aaron,
not
check
a
your
language.
languages.
Did Brian add common to my languages?
I
Hedge.
hope.
I speak hedge.
You speak
There is
Oh.
comment on there. There is comment on there.
Oh,
I'm
if
delete- I'm
Lemon
de-
shows
I'm
up,
deleting it right now.
You can talk to Lemon if she shows up ever.
I'm gonna
Okay, so my main thing though
She's
is
ahead.
that like I can speak to my turtle with telepathy.
Hmm.
Like, could I? I mean, maybe I can't speak to you in a language I know, but like, also, do you only know hedge?
And thieves can't. Don't know why I know that one.
No,
Oh, I
thieves.
can speak to you then.
Well,
I'm a thief too.
Aaron, did you make your character drunk?
We were in a call when I made it.
Oh, I didn't know how many you could have knocked back before that call.
yeah, Brian was probably stoned, so
I've drank like 4 yoo-hoos.
So we'll be able to talk, which means that like at the end of the day, the party can still communicate. You're not just like a
we'll
nobody.
just have to teach him Celestial.
hanging around.
Everyone needs to learn Celestial. You're gonna learn commands in Celestial.
Bosco just goes where the vibes take him.
And that's cool. And I'm really into that because like I really, really appreciate that dynamic. I think Eileen and Bosco will get along really well.
So how quickly until Bosco climbs up the back of Jinrash and is like fighting people on Jinrash's shoulder?
Well, Bosco's a slime-shaped raccoon now.
What?
So what? You're gonna ooze up his? Then you're gonna ooze up his back? I don't know. Still same joke.
I made yeah. You know what, dude? Like devouring ooze up his backpack.
Yeah, yeah. You just plop out into a form and be like, "Hello."
You guys can
Your
just keep me in a
raccoon made
cool
of
jar.
slime?
Plasmoid-shaped raccoon. Raccoon-shaped plasmoid.
So you're a goo monster in the shape of a raccoon.
Yes, I want you guys to think of like the first Transformers movie where Bumblebee just sees this ratty ass fucking Camaro and he's like, I'm gonna be that for the rest of my life.
Oh, but then he upgrades himself to the new Camaro.
See, what I'm actually picturing is an eldritch horror in the shape of a raccoon that you like find in your dumpster, and you're like, "Get out of here, raccoon! Stop eating my trash!" And then it morphs into this monster, and you're like, "Oh my god, I shit my pants! Eat my trash!"
No,
I don't care, I'm gonna
honestly,
go back
honestly,
inside.
I am picturing the monster from the movie The Thing.
I am picturing. I don't remember the name of the raccoon in regular shows. Fucking name because I didn't watch the show
Rigby.
enough. Rigby. I'm imagining Rigby with
You're
just
welcome.
green as a green amorphous blob standing there.
See, I'm imagining those
No,
little green guys from
You're
that Robin
Rigby from
Williams
regular
movie that I
show.
can't remember the
Yeah.
name of.
Have you guys seen the videos of like the fat raccoons kind of like half scurrying off and you don't really understand how they're moving, but they are?
For sure, yeah.
That. But like
Yeah.
a weird sickly green color.
Okay, well, we'll definitely be able to talk to you, if nothing else. I'm gonna try my best to make sure you don't get yourself killed for being a raccoon slime monster.
Yeah, we're gonna walk into the city. People are gonna go, "What the actual fuck? What the?"
I
You'll
can
be my
They've seen a
steelized
lot
slime
in the
monster.
past few days.
The
They've
other
seen
thing
a lot.
is that like, are you of the material plane?
I don't know, Brian, am I?
No.
Yeah, I don't think plasmoids exist in the material plane, do they?
Well, so
Alright,
my main
is
thing
he
though
a
is that
kind
like
of elemental? Because that's gonna be a problem.
Xylia showed me Bosco,
Astral being.
Okay.
but like, am I like oath bound to make sure Bosco doesn't cause any mischief? Like,
I'm a raccoon, I got little hands. What do you expect me to do?
no, but you're an ooze, and I'm an oath of the Watchers. So like, I don't actually know. So like, if you were just a raccoon, eating trash would be no big thing. But you're like an ooze monster, and if you like
Ooze
eat
a
a
person?
council member or something, I might have to do something about that. And I'm like, I'm
So
not.
I get this is I guess your first challenge is the Oath of the Watchers Paladin. This is an otherworldly being. It seems harmless.
Yeah. I think it's you treat it the same as you treat any new party member, where you're like, "What the fuck is your deal? I don't trust you yet.
No, treat him like
I'm
all the
gonna
things
keep an
attached
eye
to
on
you.
you." That's at least how Nock is gonna treat literally everyone.
You know,
Fuckers except
didn't-
for Bracket.
I didn't
a good
realize
point,
I
though.
spoke hedge, and now it makes that Lorax joke I made even funnier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
Brian.
you just need to learn how to speak Druidic, and then you can truly be the Lorax.
Then you could talk to me. I speak
Brian.
poetry.
Yes.
I am also very interested in because if you remember the otherworldly object Oliver found at the end of the session 0 was a newspaper from 9/11.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it says because Oliver can't read English.
I can.
But
Bracket
you're
can.
about to
He remembers
somebody
9/11.
Just learn how to read English.
Yeah, so I'm very curious to
Oh,
investigate that.
I'm gonna
could
look at it.
Oliver
I'm just gonna
learn-
fold it up and put it away and be like, "We're not gonna talk about it."
Could Oliver
story.
learn how to cast tongues for Bosco?
True. Tongues would
Could
be
learn how to
keep you.
cast tongues.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Side story: Bosco did 9/11.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my God. I think that's where we
not
end
canon.
this discussion cast.
It's now just become a disaster.
Yeah, it turned into a disaster
We're
cast.
gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, if we end Nat Disaster by just doing 9/11, that's not gonna. I don't think that's gonna end well.
He was really trying to stop it. He was trying his best, but he's got little hands.
All right. I think this is where we end. Well,
He also can't read, so
hey,
He didn't know what the switches did. He didn't know.
Well, Nat Disaster will return soon with session 0.5. We'll plan that upcoming.
Woo.
I just need to finish writing it.
I'm so excited. I'm
but
so
yeah.
excited.
And we're having
You've had
upcoming.
4 years.
And we have an upcoming. What the fuck it's called? Baldur's Gate. We're gonna try and figure out
Oh yes,
Aw.
yeah. We
very
did have
very
a-
shortly.
I
That's-
am so down for a Baldur's Gate stream.
It's literally as soon as Casey gets paid tomorrow, I'm ordering Baldur's Gate. I just haven't bought
Hell
it yet. That's the only reason we
yeah.
haven't done it is I just haven't bought the
Hell
game yet. So look for that here.
So down.
Can I turn the big light
Gonna be
off now?
such fun
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, well, I can talk.
You'll get there.
Until the next disaster. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.